Hello, everyone. I am so excited. Thank you, guys. Those of you who have tuned in from Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the Ella Johnson Show. I'm so excited tonight. I hope you guys are too. I hope you had a wonderful day. Listen, welcome to the show. Here on this show, we set the table for real talk TV, real talk. And, tonight is no exception. There's nothing off limits on this show. Now, I'm excited about tonight because people from Monroeville, those of you that are watching that are from Monroeville, you know my guest as Antonio Odom from Crosstown, right? But the rest of the world knows him as Dukane the Rapper. And he's traveling all over the world, making a name for himself in the rap game. Now, yes, I'm going to bring him on. But before I do, I want you guys to check out this video that I just absolutely found on Instagram. And it's some kids from Africa. They're doing this dance move to his hit song, Light Show. You guys are going to like it. Check this out.
What it ain't, ho. Check my wrist. It's a light show. I be turned like the white folks. Pocket fat. Need a light bulb. What it is, what it ain't, ho. Check my wrist. It's a light show. I be turned like the white folks. Pocket fat. Need a light bulb. By my Benjamin. Call me Blueface. You talking past. This a new day. Get stupid. Like I'm from the Bay. Fuck a bad bitch. Don't fuck with Scrape. You a lightweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm Mike Myers. Give me leather face. Whole world is mine. They call me Scarface. When I swear. What it is, what it ain't, ho. Check my wrist. It's a light show. I be turned like the white folks. Pocket fat. Need a light bulb. What it is, what it ain't, ho. Check my wrist. It's a light show. I be turned like the white folks. Pocket fat. Need a light bulb. By my Benjamin. Call me Blueface. You talking past. This a new day. Get stupid. Like I'm from the Bay. Fuck a bad bitch. Don't fuck with Scrape. You a lightweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm Mike Myers. Give me leather face. Whole world is mine. They call me Scarface. When I swear. What it is, what it ain't, ho. Check my wrist.
Now that was tight, right? I love it. I love it. Listen, I love it. I love it. Guys, welcome to the show, Antonio. How are you? Listen, everybody, listen, joining me tonight. Listen, I am excited. I am excited to have you on the show. But joining me tonight is a handsome, young, energetic, talented rapper who brings a lot to the game. You're doing it over there in Los Angeles, California. I am very proud of you, and I know that a lot of people from Monroeville that are watching are very proud of you also. Now, you're not only just an artist, but you're a venture capitalist, you're a philanthropist, you're doing your thing all over the place. Welcome to the show.
Man, thanks for having me, man, and thanks to all the people that's enjoying it.
Listen, I was enjoying that light show, man. You notice how we just kind of kept playing it, right? I think I'm thinking that I might have to do me a video,
to light show. In that video, bring you to life.
Don't think now, sister gang. Don't have moves now.
Oh, you gonna bring the queendom to it? I know it.
Well, listen, welcome to the show, and thank you so much out of your busy schedule, because I know you had a photo shoot today, but you found time to come in. Yeah, awesome. How things over in Los Angeles?
Hey, it's good right now. I think they about to get ready to start riding in a minute about this Trump.
Man.
Listen, that, though, it's fine.
You guys are on lockdown over there, right? In LA?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So it's but it's all good. You're still doing your thing, right?
It's all good. I move kind of quiet and, stick to the code of conduct, as far as like the group of people I'm around, make sure everybody's corona free, safe.
That's good. So, that's what I was reaching for. Safe. Well, listen, I wanted you to come on the show tonight because, a lot of people know you from your hits, Most Hated and Paid in Full, and you have quite a few. I'm sure you'll talk about them during the show. But people know that side of you. They know the rapper. They know you're an Alabama-based rapper, but they don't know you're an Alabama-based rapper from Monroeville, Alabama. And tonight I wanted to bring you on because I want people to get to know you, your story, your truth, and a lot of that, people don't really get involved with that, but we're going to dig into that tonight because I want people to know who Dukane the Rapper really is.
That's big.
Right?
I know they curious. I know they curious.
Like you're not from the same place. We're from Monroeville. Matter of fact, I used to babysit you. Now I know you probably don't want me to tell that, Biz.
I remember. I remember.
Yes, yes. Well, you have definitely grown up to be a very handsome and talented young man, and we're going to get into a lot of that
Thank you so
tonight.
much.
Yeah, yeah. So I know you're the oldest of 4 kids. Tell me what it was like growing up in Monroeville, Alabama, as a young boy. Tell us about that.
Man, me growing up, it was a struggle growing up because my mom had me when she was very young. So my grandmother was kind of the that woman who kind of paved that way. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything happened for my mom. But she had me at 15, so my mom had to make a sacrificial decision to do handle her son and find a way to go to school, play basketball, and all of that at the same time, and
Yes.
still try to take care of my little butt. So at the end of the day,
Listen,
I commend them two women right there.
yes. And you know what? But for real though, Antonio, your mom and dad were both ballers.
Yeah,
They were both ballers and they were both very good at I was standing on the sideline cheering for both of them. But at some point you started playing basketball. So
yes,
what
ma'am.
age were you when you first had a basketball in your hand?
I started playing basketball when I was like in the probably like sixth grade. But I made the team in the eighth grade. I couldn't make the team in the seventh grade because I was kind of getting in trouble a little bit. My mom was getting on. But the eighth grade, when I finally got a chance to make the team, I became a standout player in the eighth grade on up.
All right. So you
Mhm.
moved on, went on through school playing. What position were
I play
you good at?
full guard, shooting guard.
Okay, all right. So you were the one to take the shots all the time. Were you good on those threes?
Yeah, that's what they know me for. They know what time it is.
Well, you got the height, man. You
Yeah,
still you still got
MVP.
that. All right. So at some point you ended up going to college. What college did you go to for basketball?
I went to Kilgore College out of actually I signed with South Alabama, but unluckily on my ACT I made a 17, so my GPA average in the high school was like a 2.6, so I was a point shy of being eligible to play my freshman year. So
Uh,
my D1 college coach told me, he said, man, it'd be best if you want to play your first year, go to JUCO and come back to us. So I took
right.
that instruction and it took me to Texas, Kilgore College. Then I became a standout player at Kilgore. Then I actually signed with Georgia State in Atlanta. And then I transferred to school in Texas, back to Texas to move closer to my son. And it was Marshall, Wiley College, two black schools and
Okay.
Texas College. So I finished at Texas College, but those are two schools I finished at.
Okay. So you kind of
Mhm.
moved around a little bit. But
Yeah,
at
with
some point,
basketball, with
yeah.
basketball, they kind of, sometimes you don't get along with certain coaches or
Yeah.
team members. It just be certain things going around. I'm from Monroeville, so I'm still learning on my own as I'm traveling across the world, traveling with basketball. So it was like a thing I'm gonna have to learn on my own, have to make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
like
it was
that.
that type of difficulties going through that lifestyle.
I like that you admitted that, Antonio, because a lot of people like to leave out certain things because they want to make you think like, no, man, I breezed through it. But you're like, no, 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 I
Mhm.
had some issues, grades,
Not,
but you didn't
not at
stop
all.
there because eventually you
Right.
went pro.
Exactly. I
Talk
just kept
about
pushing.
that.
I kept pushing because I always wanted, my dad was paralyzed from the waist down. So, I know he had a dream of playing basketball. My mama did too. And I kind of killed her dream, her having me. So I kind of wanted to finish their dream, you know what I mean, through me. So, that was one of my motivational stands, you know what I mean, to keep pushing forward and getting to the next level, you know what I'm saying, the best way I know how, you know what I'm saying.
What
So it
team were
was a
you playing
struggle.
with
I
professionally?
played. I actually played with a bunch of teams. I didn't play with N1, Harlem Wizards. I didn't played overseas in China. Um, I didn't played. I done did a tour in Puerto Rico. I done been kind of all over the place. And my one of my main teams was out here in California, Central Valley Titans, Fresno Griffins. So I played for a bunch of like different professional teams. When you're not in the NBA, it's kind of like they have you traveling around so many teams to, to
Right.
find you a
Find
job
your
here
best
and there.
fit.
So it's
Yeah,
a struggle.
absolutely.
So I actually was making like $500 to $1,000 a game. So it paid out pretty good. You know what I
Of
mean?
course. I can
Yeah.
tell. I know. Now, at some
Mhm.
point, I saw in another interview where you said that in basketball, you were afforded the opportunity to travel all over the world, but
Yes,
you have a
ma'am.
story to tell through your music. So at some
Mhm.
point, you put down the basketball and you started rapping.
Yes, ma'am. I put down basketball like I ain't really put it down. I just took a break from it.
Took a
So
break,
it's
right?
like
So you
I
can
took a
still
little.
ball.
Oh yeah, I still get down. That's my passion. That's my love. I'm gonna forever love that. It got me where I'm at today and the connections I have today. So I'm gonna always
Yeah.
have love for that. But it just, it kind of just inspired me to do more on a vocal point for my for the youth and for people and motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
they can always see me playing, but I don't ever speak to them. I always leave the scene or something like that. But now I can actually speak and they'll know my personality a little bit more and be
Right.
like, okay, I ain't never get to meet him. He sound like a cool dude. So I got into music on the standpoint of just trying to relate with my people and give them game I know and give them an insight of what's coming from the things I done seen that they probably have.
I like that. I like that because rap is poetry and it has a message.
Mhm,
And I want to talk about one of your songs, Paid in Full. And
mhm.
I'm gonna do the words now. I'm not gonna say the words as well as you do because I'm not as hip as you are. Let's just be real.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
But the words are more money, more problems. Claim he's a gangster until I pull up. Bad bees in the trap, they'll set you up. Reminiscing about the time that you thought you had, living in a crazy world, nigga can't trust. Now talk to me about what that is because it's a message there because now me, I'm limited to Dougie Fresh. I understood with Dougie Fresh. I'm old school. I'm an OG for real. But what were you saying in that?
I'm more of a straightforward artist, so I kind of just tell people straightforward, like if you make that wrong decision, this was gonna happen. Just pay attention to your surroundings and always keep your head on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? And don't trust people far as you can see them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when envy and ego becomes a part of the play, it can be dangerous. So I just give it to them raw, so they'll, you know what I mean? I don't like to beat around the bush with my lyrics.
Where you definitely didn't beat around the bush with those lyrics. That's for sure. And I think that, you and I are both motivational speakers. We just do it in a different way.
Yes, yes,
And
ma'am.
yeah, you reach a different audience than I do. So I applaud that, because you have these people that they just
Mhm.
totally tune out rap because they automatically think
They just
it's
think
not for them.
you're, yeah, I know
Right.
they think you're this type of person,
Yeah.
but my approach with people and being respectful, because I was raised to respect people, my elders. You know what I mean? Just respect people and treat people how you want to be treated. So, that takes you a long way. Character is like the most important thing in doing music or anything you do in life. Just having a good character, positive, grind, and staying focused on your goal.
Right, right. Real talk. Listen, talk to me about Duquesne. Where'd the name come from? I know CBD is can't be denied. So I
Yes,
know there's
ma'am.
a story behind that. Talk to me.
Dukane comes from where my granddaddy started my nickname when I was a little kid, Duke. So I just put the Kane with it through my one of my guys in my college brothers I played basketball with. He used to always call me Kane. So I just
Kane.
put the Dukane with it. You know what I'm saying? So that was my nickname in college. Like he used to call me Kane. You know what I mean? So I took that
Okay.
and just put it together, Dukane.
Now can't be denied. That's deep.
That's all Jackie O, man. Jacqueline Odom. You know what I mean? She the one kind of paved that into me because like before all my games, she'll be like CBD. She used to always say the acronym of it, but I was like, what does it mean, ma? She said, can't be denied. that's what you is when you go out. You playing against everybody when you go out on the court. So I was like, okay, I get it now. You
I
know what I'm
like it.
saying? Yeah.
I
So
like
I
it.
just stuck with it, and I felt like whatever that stuck with me, gonna stick with the rest of the people. You know what I mean? So
I like it. I like it. Now, I know growing up in your mama's household, I know you're used to some old school music. That's why you smile when I said Dougie Fresh, because you've heard Dougie Fresh a couple times in your household. But listen, talk to me about the type of music that you like. What's your favorite style of music other than rap? And who are some of your favorite artists?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. We froze
I
up
know
a little
it
bit.
looked like you were frozen. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh.
froze up. Yeah, I'm
I thought
sorry.
you were
I'm
just
here.
really paying attention to me. I was like, wow, he is just okay. Well, let me go at that again. I said, I know growing up in your mama's household, I know you're listening to some old school. That's why you
Oh
smile when
man.
I said Dougie Fresh.
Hey,
You were like,
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Hey. Yeah, you know my granddaddy, you know what I mean? My granddad and my mom, she a music head too as well. She like a lot of slow music, you know what I'm saying? Keith
yeah,
Sweat. She like
yeah,
Keith
yeah,
Sweat, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think that's why I can sing a little bit because you know my mom got that little soul in her, you know what I'm saying?
But
Then
what's
my
your
granddad,
favorite?
my
What's
favorite
your
artist,
favorite? Mhm.
my favorite artist is probably overall would be Tupac, as far as hip hop, and you know overall Michael Jackson.
Oh, my boy, Michael Jackson. Listen, music was just it. That was one of the things that really bound us together a lot when we were growing up
Mm,
because we loved music, and believe it or not, we loved going to church because we really were limited to things to do. So we got
mhm.
excited about going to church because at least we knew we'd see all our friends there,
You
right?
see somebody.
Right, right. So now we're gonna go around here and what inspired you? What is something I know your mom does, but what is something else that really inspires and speaks to Antonio Ducane's
Uh,
heart?
well, my kids for one, you know what I'm saying, and my grandmother, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. Them like my greatest inspiration right now. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother, she been bust her butt for a long time. You know what I'm saying, and held the family together. So I honor that. You know what I'm saying with all my heart. So I
Wow.
I stay positive for that sake. You know what I'm saying on decision making.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
Mm.
Now, I'm going to ask you about something that you haven't answered with anybody else. And you might answer it on the Ella Johnson show because we're here, and we're home boy, we from Monroeville.
Yeah.
Now, Meg Thee Stallion, you already know where I'm going. That's a big smile, brother. If
It's
you
just
you don't you want to hide it, you might want to not
when
smile that big.
you know when you in this industry, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like when I'm like every time I do like industry moves with my PR team and stuff like that, we end up in the same places. You know what I'm saying? With other celebrities and they snap pictures and take pictures where you can just be, just networking and they turn it
right.
into something. So it
That's true.
always be rumors. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. Okay,
but
so
she's a good artist though. She got
she
great work.
is. She's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I'm
She's
looking for a
absolutely
feature one
beautiful.
day, you know what I'm saying? That's what the network was all about.
When she was talking about her new man, I mean, I'm just saying, it kind of fit your description. She said, cute. That's you. Nice. That's you. And I saw
I
the
just
picture of
smile
you
it away.
guys.
I just
But
smile it away, man. I have a lot of a lot of celebrity people who reach out to me and giving me what I mean, motivation to keep pushing and to move forward and they like what I'm doing as well. So I just like the positive feedback from all the people and that's doing better than what I'm doing. So I appreciate whatever the knowledge they can pass down.
right. Well,
Mhm.
check this out. We're gonna listen to one of your songs, Most Hated.
Okay.
This one was pretty popular, right? I heard that this was one of your most sold albums was the one from Most Hated.
Yeah,
Is that true?
yeah.
So it's
Most Hated,
been
I
real
did a
good
lot of
to
performances for that song. So a lot of people, I did a lot of performances.
you. Really. All right, we're
Mhm.
gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out.
Tia, what up, C? 808 champion in that bitch. Huh? Dukane. I finally realized why bitches be loving me. I finally realized why niggas is shady. Been getting this money lately, so fuck all them haters. I finally realized I'm the most hated. I finally realized why bitches be loving me. I finally realized why niggas is shady. Been getting this money lately, so fuck all them haters. I finally realized I'm the most hated. You mad cause I'm styling on you? That nigga too real. My mind on $1,000,000. I'm on the back of you niggas look up. I stick to the recipe. You niggas ain't seeing me. They calling me ghost. Watch how I pull up. Get in the go. You think it too slow.
I'm on the boat, meeting the field, and baby enough, combining the truth.
As they eat, cooks longer than me. Shawty get down for me. Shawty would ride for me. Shawty won't lie to me. Shawty would die for me. I'ma keep making this money. Watch how she run. Shawty my Hellcat. I pull off and challenge her. Nigga don't challenge us. My shooters on rooftops. You play, you get knocked off. I'm pushing no limit. They calling me Master P. I see murder off in my dreams. Niggas is talking too much. Niggas is doing too much. I got the ball. I'm in the clutch. My nigga, we moving this work. I am the clerk. How do he do it? I move like a cat. Calling him out. But I'm a lion. My niggas hyenas. They ready to eat. We popping these tags. Pull up bag to bag. Feeling like Drake. Cash money, my gate. Man in the plate. No money up front. I finally realized why bitches be loving me. I finally realized why niggas is shady. Been getting this money lately, so fuck all them haters.
Most hated.
That is nice. That is nice. Talk to me. What is this one about? I finally realized, I've been saying that every time I listen to this video, I've been just finally realized. I'm like, I might not remember the rest of it.
When you realize, what I mean, why people hate you. You just wake up and just know, you know what I'm saying? There's things that you doing others can't do, you know what I mean? And some people don't know how to congratulate them things. So
do you get a lot of haters?
Like, I don't feel like I do, but I know they there. You feel me? And I know a lot of people, so I feel like the ones that don't support and they know I would support them or I already have supported them, I feel like that's when they become a hater.
It's kind of when you walk into this world and making money now and things looking good. You're still young, you still look good, you can have anybody you want, you're doing well for yourself. And you're gonna get some haters. Do you get a lot of support from Monroeville? Because I know you have a lot of people from Monroeville watching.
Man, I get a lot of support, man. I'm talking about I can't complain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just look out for my city the best way I know how, and I work as a ghost. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of, feed my people from afar. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be there physically.
That's right.
I got people who work just like me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Building the same bridge. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to cross the bridge, right? So
that's right.
That's right. We looking for builders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Builders and leaders of the community. You know what I'm saying? To bring, bring a little peace and happiness to our what's going on in our city right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I like that. Now that you're talking about that, let's talk about some of your projects. I know that you have a few things going on in Monroeville. You have a chicken restaurant. Talk to us about 51 Flavors. When is it opening and what's on the menu?
January 11th is the grand opening of wing and things, man. 51 Flavor. That's a blessing, man. Shout out to Gino and Miss Tiffany Richardson, man. My family. I love them, man. Without them, we wouldn't be able to be doing what we're doing for the city. So that's a big shout out to them, man, because they put in a lot of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears. The CBD family, BTM family, man. So everybody that's a part of the movement and invested, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. And let's keep pushing, man. We just getting started.
Well, for those of you that are just tuning in, I am interviewing Dukane the Rapper. Now, we know him from Monroeville as Antonio Odom from Crosstown, because, you know, that's how we relate to everybody. This one's from Limestone, Pineview, Crosstown, you know, Cross Ridge, right?
They
But
know what it is.
you guys know him as Antonio from Crosstown, but to the rest of the world, he's Dukane the Rapper, and he's here with me talking about his journey. And I want you to talk about that a little bit more. I want, you know, for January 11th, what time is your grand opening starting in Monroeville?
January 11th, man. Y'all just better have them phones ready to order. That's it.
Right. So you guys are having to do the social distancing and all that.
They cutting down the red ribbon and everything. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the news people there, so it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be very. Hey, it's like legendary, man. Because you know I see they never seen nothing like this before, so it's gonna be something huge opportunity. We brought more jobs to the city, and we're gonna bring even more jobs. We got even more bigger things going on. It's just on the right now, but just stay tuned, man. We have some great things, and we bringing people together, man. That you're gonna be surprised working.
Okay, so I'm gonna take my stab at being hip. You're just making it do what it do.
Make it do what it do. Like my granddaddy, Tank Andrews. The Tank Andrews.
I love it. I love it. So guys, y'all go out and support. I mean, I may even make a surprise visit and show up there for that. I think that's awesome. I'm proud of you. January 11th, Monroeville, show up, be there and support him. Okay. Now I know you have a recreational type center for the kids that you have. Where's that going up at?
Oh, it's going actually it's gonna be probably like a 2-year plan right now. It's like a 2-year plan in the making. And it's gonna be 12 acres in Monroeville. I ain't gonna get a location right now because I don't want people stepping on my boundaries. But just
Did you say 12 acres?
Yeah, I have 12 acres.
Wow.
So we building a family recreation like park and a man-made lake.
What?
Yeah, to you know what I mean, so families can come, do some outdoor things with their family, you know what I mean, and kind of enjoy each other and bring that love and happiness to family vibes again, like how we grew up. We don't have family vibes like we used to. We used to go to Alabama, the Little River, and barbecue, you know what I'm saying? Everybody used to chill, go swimming, you know what I mean? Stuff like that for the kids, you know what I mean? To grow up with their cousins and get to know their family members. Yeah.
Because, you know, I was in Pineview, so we went to Double Branch. Okay. Crosstown people, y'all might have gone down to what was it, down by the Alabama River? Yeah, but we went to Double Branch. All right. That was the beach back then. So I love it. I love it because I love how you're going back home. Like you haven't forgotten where you come from. And it looks like we lost him. So maybe he'll come back in. But while he's doing that, guys, I want to show you guys another video that he has. Dukane has a new TV series that's showing on YouTube. And I want to kind of show you guys what that looks like while he's coming back.
Coming from ball, I knew how to play the game. But going into the rap pace, that's changed.
You said you don't remember, huh?
Love can be a distraction.
That jogging memory? What if we play a little game?
Rumors can stop your growth.
Okay, but listen, it's just between me and you. I don't want no one else to know.
All I know is we're here to the end.
So this is why I can't get none of my music done? Who is this? Oh, why aren't you talking to me? Get this camera out of my face. Who is this anyway? You ain't on YouTube, you ain't on Spotify, ain't on...
Sometimes life can take an unexpected turn.
443 breaking news out of Brooklyn where a popular rapper was shot and killed overnight.
Now that was awesome. That was very awesome. I totally enjoyed that. Well, it looks like he is with these things, you have some technical difficulty sometimes, but listen, hopefully he'll be able to make it back on, because we definitely want to hear more from him. But if you just tuned in to the Ella Johnson Show, I am talking to Dukane the Rapper. He's Antonio Odom to the people from Monroeville, but to the rest of the world, he is Dukane the Rapper, and he is doing wonderful. He's traveling all over the world with his rap game in Los Angeles. He's making movies, a lot of things that are coming up. He's opening a chicken restaurant in Monroeville. And as you just heard him, he's actually going to have a recreational type center on 12 acres in Monroeville. So he is doing it. He's doing it big. And I am so proud of him. And it looks like I'm not sure if we're going to get him back, but I do have another guest that's joining me tonight. Now, listen, guys, behind every good man, y'all know how they always say, behind every good man, there must be a good woman. Well, listen, in this case, the woman behind this great man is joining me. Oh, I see you're back. You're back. What happened?
I guess the phone's tripping tonight. Wi-Fi tripping too.
you know how it is, man. I already know. Listen, I have a very special guest that's joining us tonight. And like I was just saying, behind every man, every good man, there has to be a good woman that came on the scene. Well, in this case, that woman is your mama. She's joining us tonight. Yes. Hello, mama.
Hello.
You are looking well.
I tried. It's called working, so you gotta excuse my voice. I've been up too long.
Girl, that's all right.
Week, just this week.
That's all
What's
right.
up, beautiful? How you doing, beautiful?
I'm doing what the business is.
I didn't tell you that I had your mom already queued up. You didn't even know that, right?
Man. That's how she do. She always pops up on me.
Yeah.
Call it well, welcome. Now, Jackie, thank you, guys. This is his mom, Jacqueline Odom. She is here. He talked about you briefly previously about the CBD and how you would always say that, can't be denied, can't CBD. How you would always say that when he would go into the game. And I think that's awesome because, you and I talked yesterday and you inspired me, girl. We were on the phone. It's funny because I haven't seen you in so long, but it was like we just picked right up. And he was like, Miss Ella, I remember you babysat me. I was like, I didn't know you were. He was like, of course I remember.
We had to help each other out. Yeah, right, girl, that's how we do it. They don't know.
Listen, I want people to know a little bit more about you, Jackie, because you were 15 when you were pregnant with Antonio. And just like me, I was 16 when I got pregnant. I guess it was something in the water in Monroeville. But
and then do a water.
I know, right? Girl, I was just trying to lighten it a little bit.
Ain't no light. It's real. Real talk TV.
Yeah, real talk TV, baby. Okay, well then, let's be real about it then. We were just like those old folks say, just hot in the butt,
Yeah, that was
anyway, yeah. So you were 15 years old. Tell me about that. Because I know that growing up in Alabama, I know that the older people were very judgmental about, when you were young, you got pregnant. I think people need to hear your side of what people told you when you made it known that you were pregnant with Antonio. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Making it known. Well, making it known is working out, exercising, not looking like you're pregnant, feeling like you're pregnant, and find out when you get a little sick and you go to the doctor and it's not a virus and they say, oh, she's pregnant, and your mother look at you like, I'm gonna hurt you when we get home.
You already know.
That look, it wasn't the fear of being pregnant, it was the fear like I'm gonna get beat down. Or that little creep episode that I had. But on the realization, as soon as you find out, as far as for me, it was real. And it was like, okay, the wheels are turning. And now my mentality is like, okay, I got my grandmother. I was raised up Jehovah's Witness. So that being, that's just sexually immoral off the top. Having premarital sex, everybody grown. But it wasn't even that deep. It was just because I cared a lot about the individual that I released myself to at that time. But my hopes and dreams, I was about to become a ninth grader. So me being there, but being 15, pregnant, supposed to be the star athlete, I had to jump into accountability very soon. Of course, my mom was a little upset. And of course, in any family, when you're struggling, the financial burden of having a child, I'm raising you all, and now we have a child. So at the end of the day, that was a struggle. So I had to jump in, and think like, okay. And my mom was like, what you want to do? Okay, abortion hit your mind. You're like, no, this child hadn't done anything wrong. Why would I even think that? So I dispel that. I'm one of those spontaneous people, and I'm very optimistic. I jump into it. I'm like, nope. I'd be like, weaning out, checking off. Nope. So, all right, now I got to flip this. I'm pregnant. I won't play ball this year. And then I got to go to school because I was in advanced classes. And I'm quite sure where we come from. That was deep because your intellect having a way out from the country where all you did was play outside, street. It wasn't a lot of options. So basketball was very. I was good at it for one, but I was very passionate about everything I did. So when I became pregnant, I became very passionate about being pregnant. And my mom asked me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping it. She's like, well, you have to do what you do because I'm going to have to provide financially. And I'm like, I can do that. So if I lose sleep, this was a choice I made. I ain't worried about baby dad or anything else. This is on me. So being on me, I have to go to school. My mom didn't go to the school to inform my instructors that I was pregnant. I did. So initially, being Black, African American, who do you go to? I had this counselor. I said, okay, I'm going to go talk to her. So I went and spoke to the counselor, and I went in there. I said, I need to talk to you. And I'm explaining to her my situation. You pregnant, and just the look she gave me. And I'm looking at her, because I always had these facial expressions. And I looked at her, and she was like, oh, my God, what have you done? You might as well just drop out, because that's what happens. It's an unexcused absence, so you're going to get all zeros, and you're probably going to fail. And I'm thinking in my mind, because I was a little reviling then, those bad words. I didn't say them, and so ironic, because my grandbaby don't say they do the same. They be thinking certain stuff. But I'm thinking, like, this lady is crazy. And I'm looking at her like, really? You Black woman to young Black female, you really just said that I might as well drop out. I'm like, okay, I'm done with you. Next. I'm spending a whole day like going around trying to figure this out. So went to the assistant principal, the Black man, okay? And I'm like, I need to speak with you. He's like, come back after fourth period. I'm going back after fourth period. Went back after fourth period, sat down and talked to him. And he's like, oh, you was raised up with the wrong religion and, God don't like this. And I'm like, man, this nigga is crazy too. And that's exactly how I said it. Okay. So I'm like, man, it's like a punching bag. You already walking around. I know I got this baby in me and I got to do something. So I said, okay, one more option that I'm going to try. Because you want to go to the head. I like to go to the head, not start at the bottom. I'm going to the top. So I went to the top. That was the principal. And, man, love him to this day. And I love each and every one. I appreciate the counselor. I appreciate the assistant principal. Because getting knocked down, I got right back up. That was the thing called endurance. So at the end of that, I went to the principal, and he was like, he sat back in his chair and he rubbed his chin. He's like, you're supposed to be my star athlete. I'm like, I know, but it is what it is. I'm pregnant. And he's like, I'm so disappointed in you. Do you know I took a sigh of relief, like, somebody human around here. Because I appreciated the disappointment that he had in me, because that was so real. I felt it. That was so loving. That was so loving of him to come at me in a disciplinary manner with love. It's just like God loves us. He disciplined us. He let us know about our wrongs. even though we're wrong, you can feel the love. Okay, I know why. I can understand. So this is the perseverance is getting to him. And me keeping the endurance, it opened doors. He told me, say, well, you know, being pregnant with a child at this school, that's an unexcused ask. I'm like, what? Are you serious? That's why I'm here. I done spoke to her. I done spoke to him. What can I do to keep myself? I'm in advanced class. I don't have time to play. Now I'm on the real. I'm trying to make this happen. And he's like, I tell you what, if you show me that you really want this, now it's not up to me. It's up to all your instructors. And I'm going to call out some names you're going to know. And I'm going to call out not the individual, but I'm going to call out the class. You had Algebra 1. You had Biology 1. You had Chem 1. You had Advanced English for the ninth graders. Yeah. And the only thing on there was PE. And she rolled me too. I love her to this day. They all were nurturing, loving, and kind. And it wasn't just a certain color with my instructors. They all embraced what I said. They had to all agree to allow me to do my homework, get it to them, and take all my tests once I got back. That day I got back from having him. It wasn't a set time, because who knows after having a baby how long you're going to be out or whatever complications. They just said whenever you get back. They had to all sign off on that paper. I had to tell that story 7 times, 7 periods. And even the home ec instructor had to sign off on it. So that's how deep it was. And man, the irony was, 15 years old, stepping into grown folks' world. And I learned the thing that I use today, and Antonio noticed, it's called AAA. You have to acknowledge what's going on with you. You have to accept whatever it is. And then you apply whatever you need to make that happen in your life in a positive manner, not negatively, but positive. So that's where you get your endurance and your perseverance and your strength. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you rise. And that was the thing. So I ran back to the office. I'm pregnant now. You know, I'm hyper. Everybody know I'm hype. I'm on that go. I ran back. I said, look at here. I got it. He was just smiling. He said, okay, but you got to maintain your grades the whole time now. And I'm like, this is really meant to be. One of my instructors, which was Biology 1, he told me, he said, honey child, well, we know what your 75% of your final grade going to be, what your essay going to be on. You know, we had those long papers, Right. Yeah, with him and her, those chemistry teachers and biology teachers. Yes. And I told him, I said, I'm going to choose this. He said, that's fitting because you going through the motion. So I chose my term paper on prenatal growth and development. And man, they fed me foods. They bought me snacks. They made sure I ate, because I was this little skinny thing. I'm like $140. And I'm like 5'7" then, ninth grade. So I looked like a little Ethiopian, you know, be swole with your stomach from hunger. I was just pregnant. But man, I was healthy as a horse. My mindset was healthy. Yes. That's what was healthy. And for me to have been embraced by those people, those educators, and it took 2 of them. And I say the devil was using that. And I always say it's a trap for me. When somebody tell me something negative, I pay attention to it. If they come negative, I'm like, okay, regardless of how you act, and it's a trap for me. And I'm not going to allow it to kind of flow, you know what I'm saying, and determine my output. So, yeah, I'm gonna flow another way with this. I'm going to let you have that. Matter of fact, I'm going to stay over here and let you read what you sow yourself. Because everybody know, I done been that fighter too. Just come in my little circle. I'm going to put my hands on you. Just stay over there. Say whatever you want about me. Just keep your distance. And
now,
that was the thing.
Yeah. Antonio, tell me, hearing your mom talk about this, what she went through at 15, how does that make you feel? What are you thinking when you hear her speak about
it? That's my inspiration. I hear that story all the time. Like, I always talk about her past. She don't like talking about it that much, but I get her to talk about it though, because I be letting her know, because I rap about those things.
Wow, you bring it into your music.
Uh-huh.
That's beautiful. And that's the best thing to rap about, stuff that you know about, that you've
That's
Yeah.
lived, that
exactly.
you've experienced, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I
That
love
was
it.
the
I love it.
nurturing part though. So you feed his mind while he in you. That's the thing. That's what mothers develop that bond. You already tied together physically. But I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna nurture you. I
That's
mean,
right.
okay, bottle. I got him right here, algebra book right here, and I'm holding the bottle like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause why would I wake my mom up who's financially already liable? You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? I'm gonna stay up. And when he wake up, I'm up. And they would come, her and my dad, they like, we'll get him. I'm like, no, we good. Cause I need to study anyway. So I'm gonna utilize the time that I have and multitask, learn how to hold his baby and cup it like that basketball and feed him and hold that algebra book. Cause I know I gotta get this when I get back. So
That's
that was
right.
the thing. So being self-motivated, self-motivated and staying humble and appreciative and just wanting a healthy baby. And I didn't know boy or girl, it didn't
Yeah,
matter.
we're
Just a
talking.
healthy baby. Yeah.
Right. And Tony and I were talking a little bit behind the scenes before we went live. And he was talking a lot about his upbringing and how you have really just been a strong force behind everything that he
Hmm.
does. And the way he talks, I can tell, yeah, you were raised by a strong country woman right there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because you have
Uh,
value that you
mhm.
just don't dismiss no matter how much money you have, how much you have, or how little you have. It stays there. And we had a very good conversation. And I can tell, Antonio, that the reason that you're doing this Center for Kids has a lot to do with your mom being a single mom and needing that nurturing. And a lot of people now, and this is why I wanted you, Jackie, to tell this story, because there are a lot of girls, because I was one of them. I mean, because you were
Yeah.
15, I was 16. And
Mhm.
we just didn't, I mean, for me, I just didn't have sex education in my house. Now, I know
We didn't
we
either.
weren't,
We didn't
you know what
talk
I'm saying?
about it.
We didn't talk
We
about it.
didn't talk about
All my mom said was keep your dress tail down. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I won't keep it, I won't pull it up, but I'm still gonna get it, right? Okay. But we learned, and just like what
Mhm.
you said, we kind of had to learn as we go. And I
Yeah.
think that has a lot to do with why you're doing that center, right,
Yeah,
Antonio?
yeah, you have a lot to do with it. You know what I mean? Anytime you're doing business anyway, you learn as you go. You just can't
Yeah.
go to school for things you don't know gonna happen in the future. You have to just day by day, you know what I mean, progress with the days to come.
Mhm.
Now, while you were having your technical difficulty, Antonio, I showed everybody Ball to Rap, the
Oh,
trailer.
okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
kind of
okay.
wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm sure people want to see this. Talk to me about that because I love the name. Because the title of our show today is "From the Foul Line to Fame." From the foul
Yeah,
line to fame. 'Cause that's exactly what you
exactly.
did. You went from the foul lane, and now you're in that fame phase. And talk to me about your show and when people can see it.
Oh, my show, man, I had a great opportunity, you know what I mean, to shoot based in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, and get my lifestyle on my everyday life struggle with music and trying to grow with hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and my transition from basketball to rap, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just kind of blending it in, you know what I'm saying, because I got a movie actually gonna start shooting by the summer from basketball to rap. So it's kind of leading up to some major things. So
Like it. I
we
love
just
it.
stay tuned in for Bottle Rap 2. You know what I mean? Season 2 will be coming out in late February. So stay
I'm gonna go
tuned,
check
man.
out all the series. Now, Jackie, I told him, if he needs some OGs, just holler at me. I'm just saying, girl, we need to have an OG because he's laughing, but I still got moves, baby. For real. You
Man,
know,
I don't even like the camera like that. I like to be behind the scenes. I'm
I
the
know you
business.
do.
I'm the
You
business
always
part of him. I always been very private. I always believe in keeping ourselves out and the inside in, safer that way. And also, as the Bible said in Proverbs 29, I used to tell my son that bloodthirsty men hate anyone innocent, and they seek to take the life of the upright. But you always have to remember in Proverbs 29:11, a stupid person gives vent to all his feelings, but the wise one calmly keeps them in check. So if we act out emotionally, and a lot of women do, we bad at it. I'm one of those women that I would tone my feelings down. So the thing was, it's a time and place for everything. So I have my kids, Antonio, his brother and his sister, them. That's the CBD thing. Anyone can deny you. Okay. All of us can be denied and probably have been denied at any point. But in your mind, CBD, I can't be denied. So, you know, when the road is out over here, it's always more ways to get to that same destination. So just because this road is out doesn't mean you can't make it to that destination. And that's the thing. And he'll tell you, he used to aggravate him so bad when you're like, Mama, I scored 28 points. I said, yeah. And the guy you was guarding scored 20. You only scored 6. So that was the thing. And then when you get frustrated and look at me, he know he would look at me. It wasn't about him being this all-pro athlete. It was about him using whatever tool or attribute that he has for that God gave him, that gift, the gift of playing ball, to have self-discipline, be self-motivated to channel what he needs to function in life, just not in the gym, but in life, period. That's why he was allowed to travel and do what he do, because all of us had a free will to make decisions. Now, when you get in a situation, that's when it's time. That's crunch time, right, dude? That's crunch time. So now the ball is in your court. What are you going to do? And the natural instinct for us is fight or flight. So my thing for all my kids and all other kids, it wasn't just mine. I preach this to all. Right, you cannot be denied. Only person can deny you is God. In your mind, people will deny you. And that's why you can't act out emotionally, because playing ball was emotional. When you know you got fouled and they still took your shot, and you understand what I'm saying? I would tell him, he would look at me and I hold my thumb and say, flip that. You know what I'm saying? Just flip it. Tone that back down and flip it. Because anger and frustration causes us to mess up. And you want to keep it balanced. And that's where self-discipline comes from. And then you turn your mind up and say, I can't be denied. When I come down the next time, instead of 3, I'm scoring 20. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to score 20 on you. Because I want to overcome the coach. My coach, your coach, all the players on the team. In order to success. They say it's no I in team. It is one and win. Whatever you choose to do to create a winning season for yourself, even though you might lose the game, but a winning opportunity for your team to put him up or put him up, to uphold each other, not just for me to be the one to star player, but my whole team to be recognized for the talents that they contribute to it. So that's where we were.
Now we're near the end of our broadcast, Dukane. So talk to me. What is it that you want people to know about you that I didn't ask you?
Uh-oh. I don't know about that.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. You got to ask me the questions. You got to ask what's on your mind, Ms.
I know, right? Because you don't want to talk too much. I feel you on that. He's like, no, Ms. Ella, don't let me start talking, because that might not want to go that route.
Don't put me on the bandwagon yet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just wanted people to hear your story, your truth behind your music, because I think it's important, you know, that you're this rapper, you're this baller, you're doing well now in Los Angeles, but there's a lot behind it. And I think it's important to see your roots. And we're looking at one of them right now, and she's a strong one, because your mom was definitely a strong baller too. And your dad, they were both just awesome. I was standing on the sideline cheering for him, you know. So
only because of the belief in Jehovah God. You have to have belief in him, because that's where the strength comes from, through his son Christ Jesus. You learn at an early age. I love the fact that I was pregnant with him at an early age. You talking about overcoming and not being poor, but being P.O. Po.
Oh. Girl, we couldn't even afford all the letters. Hello,
you already know. So
no, I know.
Yes.
Well, listen, guys, we're going to get out of here. I want to say thank you to everyone that tuned in from Facebook and YouTube for
Thank
this
you for
special.
having us.
Yes, I'm so glad that you took time out, Dukane. Now, you know, I'm always going to probably call you Duke or Antonio. So if I see you on the street, you know, Jackie, I was trying to find all the hip words. I was like, man, I'm talking to a rapper. I'm interviewing a rapper, big time rapper. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have to keep it real.
Country girl,
that's
city
right.
ways. Country
That's
girl,
right.
city ways.
That's right.
Versatility
That's right.
works. So you good.
Yeah. So I want to remind everybody that's watching from Monroeville and surrounding areas, please, January 11th is the grand opening for 51 Flavors. Okay. So who's cooking? Who have the recipes? Are those Jackie's recipes?
No.
We got the recipes on lock, man. We can't tell nobody.
Oh, okay.
Secret
yeah.
sauce.
Well, your secret's safe with me because I promise you I'm not going to open up a pot.
Just tell me how they taste. Just tell me how they taste.
I don't,
Jackie, I know
you don't even remember. Ella, I used to be at your house with you. Why you don't remember? I used to ask me questions. I wouldn't even tell them who my baby daddy was. Your daddy started running his mouth. But at the end of the day, Elle said, I already know. I said, I'm going to tell you something. The best kept secret is the one you don't tell. You're supposed to remember that, Ella.
Yes. But, you know, I just want everybody, I think I may even kind of try to make it down there. If I don't, but just know that my heart is with you if I'm not able to make it. But I'm very happy. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. And thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I want to acknowledge one of my sponsors, my shirt that I have on here. It's Huko. This is one of my sponsors, and it means head up, chest out. And that's what we have to do, right? That's what we have to do. So I'm representing Huko tonight on the show. But I want you guys to tune in tomorrow night. I'm going to interview Sherry, Nurse Sherry, and she's coming onto the broadcast because we're going to talk about this coronavirus because she's all in the mix. She's on the front lines because I think we as a people, we really, really need to know what should we be eating? What is going to be good for us? What about the vaccine? These are the kind of conversations, the real talk conversations that you might not see on MSNBC or CNN, but you will see it here on the Ella Johnson Show. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And anybody else? Anything else you want to say, Jackie?
Only thing I want to say is shout out to all the people that make things possible for each and every one of us to prosper and success. And the main thing is all praises and glory go to Jehovah God. The strength, who strengthens me, Christ, through Christ Jesus. So that's where we at.
That's right. Anything?
I want to say, everybody stay positive, keep your head up, stay focused, keep pushing, don't give up on your dreams, and anything is possible. Just believe in the Most High.
Now, where can people find your music? You just came out with your newest album, Country Lifestyle. I noticed that you have your mama holding you on that. You know, I was just feeling all kind. That gave me life when I saw that. I'm just gonna be real with you.
I was 16 then.
Girl, you still look the same, Jackie. But I think that was beautiful.
That boy was 2.5 months old, and I had made 16 in December. So December 19th, I turned another year older because I do date of birth, not birthdays. And then January the 16th, he was born. So that was my little pencil self.
Where can they find your album and watch your videos and everything, Antonio?
Oh man, y'all just make sure y'all go follow my IG, Dukane CBD, on YouTube, Dukane CBD, Spotify, Dukane CBD, man. It's everything, Dukane CBD, man. Y'all go follow me, and I appreciate all the love and support, man. Keep supporting, big things coming, and thank you, Miss Ella Johnson, for having me. I love the show. I love the opportunity. And I'm looking to come back.
You what?
I'm looking to come back.
Well, you're coming back because when I may go to Monroeville for your opening and just go live there and just kind of talk to a lot of the people there. I may do that just for you, just to kind of put it out there more because that's what we do. We're family, and we always have to look out for each other. That's real because, like I told you in the break when you and I were talking, Antonio, this is great. I'm proud of you, and I love the fact that you went back and did not forget where you came
Yes,
from, and I
ma'am.
appreciate
Always,
And that's
man.
the
That's what we
thing.
do.
But it's not just, like he said earlier, Timothy Richardson, his wife, they put in all that work because I'm on grind mode somewhere else and he's on grind mode somewhere else. So those true soldiers, they've been there.
Thank you again. Well, let's
Yeah.
give them a shout
So
out.
we're
Thank you,
going to shout
guys.
them out. Yes.
Yes, stay in the game. Thank you, guys. God bless you. And if all minds are satisfied, like we always say in the church, then we're going to get out of here, guys. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next
Yeah.
time right
There
here
he
on the
is. There
Ella
go that
Johnson Show.
cheer.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for having us.